Okay, so just to give you some more updates as to what is happening, all the new updates you can see on the screen. You will be getting all of these updates today's video, and we'll be talking about some other news, what is happening, especially right now in Gaza, because we know the October 7th anniversary is just few hours away. Now, the one you are seeing on the screen, this Humvee, this is an Israeli Humvee. It got completely blown away by the artillery of Hezbollah. This attack killed at least 2 soldiers, according to what we understand. We do not have all of the numbers, but looks like at least 2 soldiers were killed. And this is exactly what Hezbollah, they aimed at, to kill as many Israeli IDF soldier as possible. Now we'll talk about Sinwar, Yahya Sinwar. Right now, the Qatari officials, they are talking to the victims, the hostage families. You know that IDF, they're still looking for that 101 hostages in captivity of Hamas. What happens is Yahya Sinwar, he's the Hamas chief. He would call these hostages, means he will be in contact with them. All of a sudden, he's not talking to them. He's not calling them. Why? Well, you have to wait to hear from me. This is very, very interesting. Then we'll talk about Lebanese Prime Minister Najib Mikati. This person, this Prime Minister, very, very tough situation for him in Lebanon right now. He's calling the international community for help. Obviously, these are all going to fall into the deaf ear of US and UK. But nevertheless, he's asking the international community to put pressure on Israel to stop bombing his country. Then we'll be talking about this particular incident in Gaza and how Israel and the Zionists are so terrified and literally in a panic mode. And that's how we will end up with this video. But I want to share with you actually a few more details about the situation in Lebanon, Gaza. First let's start with Lebanon. Hezbollah inflicts pain on invading Israeli troops. Now, I have shown you the picture just now, and this is the picture. So it actually came on news media outlet. By the way, guys, you not hear this news in mainstream media, especially the Western mainstream media. Artillery blows up IDF's Humvee in South Lebanon. These pictures are again from South Lebanon. Hezbollah attack injures a soldier from this 36th division. So these are very, very accurate information, unlike what IDF said. No detail, no data, no number, nothing. IDF will be like, oh, nobody got hurt. It fell in the open air, and that's about it. But Hezbollah is not like that. Amid non-stop bombardment, Hezbollah inflicts pain on invading Israeli troops. In return, as we know, guys, the IDF mad dogs, they're bombing innocent civilians. They're killing hundreds and thousands of civilians in Lebanon. But these are mad dogs. What can you do? Hezbollah fighters clashed with Israeli forces near Khalid Shuaib in Blida. So that's the place. Again, we have all the details and the updates where it exactly happened. They claimed infiltrating Israeli enemy soldiers were targeted with artillery. So Hezbollah is claiming that these attacks are getting intensified on these mad dogs. Hezbollah said attack inflicted confirmed casualties and forced IDF to retreat. Now, this is what I want you to understand. Every time they make some progress, looks like to me, after going through these reports, the IDF soldiers, these mad dogs, they will retreat. The Iran-backed group said that the attack took place Sunday morning at 12:10 a.m. So these are attacks non-stop, that can come at any time, even at midnight, in the afternoon, in the morning, doesn't matter. Meanwhile, the IDF admitted injury to a soldier in Saturday clash in Lebanon. Again, they have minimum reports when it comes to the number of soldiers that are getting injured or killed. The soldier from the 36th division was injured after a Humvee was in the vicinity and got hit. And the Humvee, according to IDF, it flipped over during operations in southern Lebanon on October the 5th. Again, IDF is taking huge pounding. However, IDF claims over 250 Hezbollah fighters have been killed during the clash. Again, when we talk about Hezbollah's casualties coming from IDF, the number is huge, 250. I mean, we are not dying. I mean, how many times you hear IDF saying, oh, one of our soldiers died, or this happened, or that happened? How often you hear? None. Because they are immortal, as one person pointed out. These maniacs, they're immortal. They cannot be killed. Israeli ground offensive in southern Lebanon that began on September 30th. This is how it is all being, getting panned out. Hezbollah has said 25 Israeli soldiers have been killed, again coming from Hezbollah. Over 130 have been injured. If you take out all the hostages, the innocent Lebanese living there, if they just evacuate and let Hezbollah to fight IDF mad dogs, I'm pretty sure that Hezbollah will be able to inflict much more casualties and pain. Now, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant warned Israel has, quote-unquote, more surprise in store. That's another lunatic who thinks that they can win war by waging war in all its front and play the victim, because Netanyahu, when he was replying to Macron said we should be putting arms embargo on Israel. He said, oh, we are fighting on 7 fronts, Macron. Netanyahu was saying, how could you do this? How could you say this? You 7 front? Who is fighting 7 front? You opened all of these war fronts. Nobody did, including Sinawar, fighting with Sinawar. They can't even find him. They don't even know where he is. We are pushing. So the war minister and all of this IDF military personnel, they're coming out and saying, oh, we are winning, don't worry, people of Lebanon, you're losing, and the people of Israel, we're winning, we're going to be clearing the area and all that. Now, let's talk about Yahya Sinwar a little bit more, shall we? So basically, he's not calling the hostages families anymore. Why? Because of the pager and walkie-talkie attack in Lebanon that happened 2 weeks ago, I believe now. And so these hostages have absolutely no idea what is going to happen when they will be released. No updates are being provided. Thanks to this so-called smart genius IDF, they are risking this 100 people's life, and Yahya Sinwar, he is communicating with them on pen and paper, according to Qatari officials, quote unquote, pen and paper. And so when these 101 hostages will not be released, looks like they will not be, because the chief of Hamas is not talking to them, means I don't know what happened to them. Maybe they're dead. I don't know. But IDF knew when they attacked Lebanon, they knew that they have hostages in Hamas's captivity and their life could be at risk. Did they care? Of course not. Now we are also seeing that the Lebanese fighters, they're also attacking some part in the south of Israel and also north. But this particular area, Nativ Hasara, came under tremendous attack. So this is Nativ Hasara in Israel, and we will be seeing more attacks. In fact, Times of Israel, they have reported that not only just this area, but also several other locations came under attack. And this really proves my point where I said that Hezbollah fighters are becoming ever more stronger, even though they have gotten rid of the Hezbollah's echelon of top leaders in the ranks. But Hezbollah, instead of becoming weaker, they are actually fighting even more intensely. And this is what is perhaps catching Israel's Zionist state off guard and making them absolutely bamboozled. Because when the leaders are getting killed, if you can imagine, if Netanyahu, he gets killed, IDF soldiers will run away, and they will go crazy, use nuclear weapon, and they will be like mad dogs. But for Hezbollah, even though they have lost their leaders, right now they're ever more determined to actually continue fighting. Now, military preparation, this is what I want to tell you guys. So military preparation for IDF is underway. Why? Because they are now fearing, they're panicking that there could be a long-range rocket launch from Gaza on the October 7th anniversary. Can you believe this? So what they're doing is, take a look at this picture. Now they are attacking IDF. This is IDF tank. They are now attacking Gaza's border because they are so afraid that Hamas will regroup and try to attack them on October 7th. Like, this is your security, this is your military. After 1 year of fighting, you cannot even secure your border from Hamas attack. This is why I call them diaper army, because this is who they are. Can you imagine 1 year, few hundred, maybe how many Hamas fighters have? 20,000, 30,000? They, with all of these armory, tanks, F-35, all this modern technology, billions of dollars, trillions of dollars trickling in Israel, they cannot even feel safe in the border because they're afraid that Hamas is going to be regrouping. You don't believe me? Take a look at this news. This is coming from Times of Israel. Military preparing for possible long-range rocket launches from Gaza on October 7th anniversary. Yeah, man, it is coming. So they're panicking. This diaper army, they cannot eliminate the threat. Now, rocket siren blare in northern communities, including the place in Hamon, Rami, Shazor, Beit, Jan, Sajor, and Karmayel. These are Israeli places where rocket siren was heard, and so then they'll make things worse. They're panicking even more. IDF rocket sirens in Gaza border community was false alarms. So again, they're panicking. They don't know which alarm to follow. Lebanese Prime Minister calls for pressure on Israel to reach truce as Hezbollah keeps up rocket fire. This guy, his name is Majid Maikati, and he's again asking the international community to help Lebanon. Rocket sirens sound in Gaza border community. Again, rocket sirens. So what we are seeing in the past hours is that more and more rocket sirens are going off because of possible attack by Hamas on October 7th. This is so lame. This army is large Israeli strike reported in Beirut. As we know, they're killing indiscriminately. They do not know where to target, so they're targeting everywhere. Qatari officials said to tell hostage families Sinawar no longer calling them, but he is alive. So just in case people think, oh, Sinawar is dead, so Qatar official, they made a statement that no, Sinawar is actually doing great, fantastic, no problem. It's just that he's not calling because of you guys blowing up pagers and walkie-talkies. So taste your own medicine. It's your own earning. Now, we have IDF launches fresh ground up in Gaza's Jabalia as Hamas tries to regroup. Can you imagine? You cannot still eliminate Hamas, like few hundred now. How many are remaining? We don't know. Like, these people they were never able to defeat Hamas. IDF shoots down 2 surface-to-surface missiles fired from Lebanon. Yeah, this is the only claim they make. Oh, we have done some progress. We are, shooting down this and that, but they don't report on their casualties. Overall, the situation, I believe, is going to be escalating a lot more in the coming hours. That will culminate into Iran and Israel getting head-on a clash, with U.S. supporting Israel, and looks like to me Russia will support Iran and Lebanon, and they are already in